Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to thepixellab.net. Today I'm very excited to share with you the launch of our first ever Video Copilot Element 3D Ready pack. So with the release of the new plugin by Video Copilot, we thought that would be a great idea to convert all of our models and retexture them in Element to make them even more accessible to people, even people who don't have Cinema 4D or a 3D platform. So this is the first pack we're releasing, and we are working on the other ones, but this is the video production pack. And we had to exclude the 4 interior scenes from this pack, so we dropped the price down to $40, and we also have a combo pack if you want to buy the Cinema 4D version and the Element version. They are $70 combined, which will save you 20 bucks. So this is the Element Ready pack, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a few tips for installing and then using this pack and a couple of ideas on how to set up the animation. So to install this, all you have to do is go ahead and download the zip file, unzip it, and when you do, there's a README, and there's also this folder, which is the actual model folder. So what you need to do is go to your documents and then go to Video Copilot, Models, My Models, and then just drag this folder right into there. And then restart After Effects and you should be good to go. So once we get After Effects cooking, all you have to do is go to Effect, go down to Video Copilot, and then Element. And let's go into our scene setup. So right over here is our model browser, and we have our My Models folder where we put it in. So here's the folder with all of the models from the video production pack. So here they all are. There's 16 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple things really quick. First thing is, if we go ahead and click on this guy, to kind of navigate and see things a little bit better, let's go ahead and turn on our environment on the background. So you can see that the response time is very good for these models. It's very easy to navigate around here, and it's very quick. So because of the way that Element saves presets, we couldn't actually save these as different layers, but it's very easy to do the way that we set it up. So if we want the rails on the bottom as a different object than the dolly, so that we can animate the dolly, all we have to do is go over to our textures and go ahead and turn off a texture, and you can find out exactly what item that is. So this is the track. So let's go ahead and turn that off, and now we have the main dolly on layer number 1. Let's go ahead and right click and duplicate the model, and now we have a second one, and let's flop this. So we turn on the track and turn off the dolly, and then we need to put this on layer number 2. So uncheck 1 and put it on 2, and then we'll hit OK. So here we go, our full 3D model in After Effects, which is still pretty incredible. Even though I've seen it quite a few times now, it still kind of shocks me to see a full 3D model in After Effects, and it's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and go to our groups here. Now we've put our dolly on group 1 and the track on group 2. So if we want to move the dolly, let's just go to group 1, go to our particle replicator, and then go down to our position. And if we move the position Z, now you can see that we can easily move the dolly. We've set everything up so that's very easy to animate. So that's one thing. Now let me go ahead and show you one thing that's a little bit more complicated, and that has to deal with rotation. And you'll see what I mean. So here is our clapboard, and just a quick note, the resolution is because we're on draft textures. Go ahead and uncheck that, and then the texture will kind of pop back to full resolution and it'll look fine. So let's say that we want to animate this clapper with this little slate going up and down. Well, we know how to put the objects on 2 different layers, so let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and put the top part on layer 1, we'll duplicate the model, and then on the second one we'll put this on layer number 2, and we'll flop these so that we have the bottom there on layer number 2, and then we'll hit OK. And let's go ahead and rotate around this, get it set up. So what we want to do is go to our number 1 layer and rotate this clapper part on the top, right? So let's go to our replicator 1, let's go ahead and twirl down our rotation, and on our rotation Z, you can see already that we have some pretty big problems. That's because the anchor point is around the middle of the object, which is not what we want at all. Now there is not a very good way in After Effects to move the anchor point, because we can't just take the pan behind tool and move it around, because it moves the whole object, right? Well, David Biederbeck came up with a fantastic solution based on a script that you can find on AE Scripts. So if we go to aescripts.com, this script is called Elementary. And this is a fantastic resource if you're dealing with Element 3D. Now this says $19.99, but it's a name your own price, so you can go ahead and put whatever price you want in there and then add it to your cart and download it. Now just a quick note, when you install this, it needs to go into your After Effects folder and then in the scripts folder, but you can't just drop it into the scripts folder. You actually have to put it in the script UI panels, because this script is a panel. So go ahead and put it in here. Here it is, the elementary script. So that's how you set that up. And now what we can do is go to Window, and down here we have Elementary, and it's going to pop up this nice little dialog right here. Okay, let's go ahead and click on our Element 3D layer, and then under Anchor, let's hit Create. And it's going to give us the option of picking a group. Now we want the group 1, which is this top clapper part. We want group 1 to have this null anchor, right? So let's hit OK. And instantly we get a null object. Pull this up a bit. Now if we hit R and then we go to our rotate, you can see that we have the exact same problem, right? Well, that's kind of a bummer, except for that now we have a null, which you can use the pan behind tool. So now if we go to the pan behind tool, we can change the anchor point of the rotation. So we'll put it right there. Zoom in a bit here so we can see. And now let's go back to that Z rotation, and now you can see that we're able to animate the rotation from the exact anchor point that we want, and that will help you a lot when setting up these different models for animating them. So hopefully that's a little tip that will help you a lot. That's a fantastic resource, Elementary, on aescripts.com, so check that out. And let's open up one more just for kickers. And really quickly, I just wanted to mention to you that you have all these lighting options in Element 3D, so you can change these between quite a few different lighting styles. And the cool thing is you can even rotate the HDRI image behind it, and instantly you can get updated different lighting, and you can even go to the environment up here and load a different HDRI. So if you want to do something a little bit different, now you get something completely different, and you can change all of these different lighting parameters right inside of Element, which is fantastic. So if things don't look exactly how you want them to, just go ahead and play around with the lighting a little bit. So I just want to point out also that we have tried really hard to make sure that we have very good quality models. You can zoom in pretty far on these guys without them breaking down too much. The quality is fantastic, and now you can bring these guys directly into After Effects, which is very, very cool. So I hope that you guys find these useful. It was definitely a lot of work kind of figuring out the workflow of getting these all prepped and retextured inside of Element, but I think they came together really nicely, and I hope that they are useful to you. So let me know if you have any questions about the product or the pack, or if you have any problems with it. Please just email me at joran@thepixellab.net. Thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate your time, and we'll talk again next time. Bye, everybody.